This is a violent country that loses more than 40,000 of our fellow Americans every year to gun violence. And this is a country that has been defined by foundational, systemic, endemic racism since the very founding of this country, August 20th of 1619, the first time that a kidnapped African was brought here against his will and made to serve as a slave to build the greatness and the success and the wealth of this country, which his descendants would never be able to fully participate in. This is the reality of the United States of America, and sooner or later, it was going to find us. It wasn't a matter if, it was a matter of when. And on August 3rd, it did, when a gunman who legally purchased an AK-47, a weapon designed for killing people as effectively, as efficiently, in as great a number as possible on a battlefield, drove 600 miles, fueled by that racism, that hate, that fear, and that intolerance that has always been part of this country, but has been given new life by the President of the United States, Donald Trump, who has called Mexican immigrants rapists and criminals, who has sought to ban all Muslim travel to the United States of America, who calls Klansmen and Nazis very fine people. This person drove 600 miles with that hatred, really at the invitation of our president, and opened fire with that AK-47 on innocent people in a Walmart, killing 22 of them and grievously wounding many dozens more. Though we are connected to the violence in this country, though we are connected to its racism, though there is no shield against this president who has no honor, no morals, and no ethics, we're also connected to a country that at its best is defined by its ambitions and its aspirations and the hard work and the resolve and the dedication of the people of America who want to see them realized. This is a country that has produced Moms Demand. This is a country that has produced March for Our Lives. This is a country that has produced the leadership that will ensure that we not only have universal background checks and red flag laws and end the sale of those weapons of war, but that we go the necessary steps further, as politically difficult as they may be. A gun registry in this country, licensing for every American who owns a firearm, and every single one of those AR-15s and AK-47s will be bought back so they're not on our streets, not in our homes. Do not take the lives of our fellow Americans. And we're going to do that together. This is a country that produced the North Carolina A&T 4, who on February 1st, 1960, walked into a Woolworth, sat at the counter, and tried to order coffee and were denied service based on the color of their skin. But they did not give up. They had the courage of their convictions. They returned day after day until on July 25th of that year, that lunch counter was integrated, until later on they shocked the conscience of this country, inspired others who were willing to act and defy Jim Crow and segregation in this country, like those children in Alabama who were arrested by the hundreds in the Children's Crusade in 1963. It is that leadership on civil rights that this country produced that granted us the Voting Rights Act and the Civil Rights Act. It is their inheritors, Black Lives Matter, who today will make sure that we effectively confront this racism in this country. Sign into law a reparations bill and make sure that we repair the damage done and stop visiting this injustice on future generations.